18, getting my analytics done, as you know, we always do. So if you are at this portion of the live, welcome in. Please hit the like on the way in. We always have a team goal of trying to get to 10 likes. So very doable because we have some very incredible and amazing people supporting the channel. You can see here the echo. All right, it's a beautiful morning, and hopefully that echo doesn't take a toll on what I've got going on out here. But I'm going to set this right here. You guys can kind of see the day setting up. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
There he is. How are you today?
Oh, uh, I feel like a dragon who's a dragon. Oh,
Understandable.
yeah.
What's up, Victor Lopez? How are you today?
Victor Lopez in the house.
Yes. Where are you coming to us from, Victor? Long day yesterday?
Yeah.
Understandable. What's up, Aria? How you doing today? Are you headed to the gym? Or are you going to hang out and do some push-ups and squats? Oh, oh, oh,
How are you
okay.
doing this morning, Mr. Vincent?
Life is good. Need a little need a little warm-up time, a little movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very cold.
Yeah. Well, welcome everyone this morning. We are on day 118 of 100 push-ups primarily, but there's been a ton of squats by Mr. Burns. And I've been joining in on that as of late.
Oh, yeah. Um,
So yeah, definitely a little
the mar-
time to warm up.
Good morning, Chill Pill. How's the marathon? You work late last night?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's um it's been better than I thought, only because of you know, your shifts go better sometimes when you have uh more logical managers.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, they can even just cut down that last hour of it not being so maniacal versus other managers.
Hmm.
Aria says, all right, today you guys made me a workout plan, and I'll do that today in the gym.
You gonna do what we do today
Are
in
you
the
gonna
gym? What you're saying?
yeah, are you gonna do the push-ups and squats in the gym, or are you looking for an actual workout plan? And does it have to be weights or can it be body weight if that's the case?
I forgot something.
Good morning, Jennifer. Nice, got the ball. You
Yeah.
guys decide I'm up for something new. What body part?
What's up, Jen? Huh?
Yes, what body part are we looking at? Full body today? Oh, well, if you're thinking of full body, I would say just body weight. Knock off 100 burpees and then turn around and do 100 Mike Tysons.
Sounds like a pork chop black workout.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I would look at. If you want to break it up into reps, that's fine. Maybe sets of 25, 20s, but that's about as full body as it gets. And make sure your burpees are like all the way down to the ground. And when you come up to your feet, you actually hop. You actually jump, not just stand up. So
Yeah.
not no knock on the people who do the other ones. The Mike Tysons look like
Show
so.
Mike. It's like a bear pose with those knees hovering just over. There you go. The knees stay hovering, so.
And then with your burpee, get your sprawl all the way down. Sprawl out like almost wrestling. Come back up and up.
Boom. Feeling, Vincent's one rep of that was enough for me today. Nice job, Vincent.
Thank you, thank you. Now I'm warm.
Yeah.
Yummy Zombie, chat that beard, bro.
Chat that beard.
Chat that beard.
All right.
Aria says, I'll text you guys from the hospital after the workout. Fair enough.
Folks, we're going live on the Impact Athletics Association channel for day 118 in a row of 100 push-ups live by Mr. Vincent Alfonso Jamal and myself, Mr. Nathaniel J Burns. Um, we go live every morning, 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you for joining. And Mr. Vincent is kicking it off with 100 squats. This is the 100 push-up plus workout. So sometimes you get a little extra in of other movements, and we have been adding in true Gen fashion squats as well. And Day 200 for her, she's going to add crunches. She's been doing push ups and squats 100 each day for almost 200 days now. Shout out to Jen.
Shout out to Jen for sure.
For real. Good morning. Mr. Vincent got the jumping jacks in too.
Now, Aria, don't go giving yourself rhabdomyolysis or anything. If you feel smoked, stop. That that's a hefty workload. So you need to drop it to 50s, do 50s, see how you feel. But yeah, don't overwhelm your system. Jennifer says puppy has thwarted me again. I'm gonna make y'all start buying me his treats. Nice. Yeah.
Oh boy.
There it is. Guys, great exercise. Just watch your face. You can see it will come back. Arya, you still in the chat?
Woo.
Nice.
Good morning.
I want Arya to approach that workout with discernment. And if you're feeling smoked, stop. Because we were just talking about rhabdomyolysis.
Uh,
So again, this the things here are not professional advice. They're not mandated. Um, so
no
upon
rab.
request of a full body workout, that's what would be a good full body workout, but you're not obliged to do it.
That would be a good full body workout for somebody. Maybe not you. You know, um, maybe not me. uh, Depends on your level. So, absolutely. Mr. Vincent, did I see that you got a dog? Did I see that?
That was Kayleen. That was our dog.
Oh, that was a while back.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I did a thing I haven't done in a long time. Yesterday, I got some dog treats for my buddy that walks by. So
Nice.
he's an old timer, you know.
That's awesome.
It's cool to see him. But so I was surprised to see that you got a dog, but that's an old post.
Yeah, that was Kayleen.
That was a great looking dog, man.
Yeah, yeah, she's a sweetheart. Uh, rescued from New Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Well, I'm glad you had some time together.
Yeah. Nice job.
Ah.
And again, guys, watch your face doing something like a ball slam. Nice. Nice. Jen, I'm only going into 3, so you're right there with us, I'm sure.
Whew. Nice job. I don't know if Vincent read that yet. Jen says, Puppy has thwarted me again. I'm going to make Kill start buying his treats. What? How do you mean thwarted? Thwarted you. Mr.
Rob,
Vincent just did set number 3.
she's still currently at none. No, Roach, you're not too late. Good morning. Jennifer's just measuring us. Let's not act like those puppies are distracting her. She's just giving us a head start and a little bit of false bravado to snatch it at the end. She's working on it. That is okay. We know you're good for it. So that's the incredible part. Your consistency is the resume. Push-ups and squats, Roach. Yeah. Mr. Burns is doing a ball slam with his, and I'm doing jumping jacks with mine. I wish I were exaggerating rather than dealing with the mess. Little hop in the squat. Nice work. Excellent.
I think I crushed my legs yesterday.
Uh-oh. See how, watch your face, guys. This is a great exercise in being reactive as well. Roach, we're doing push-ups and squats. Yep, push-ups and squats. And then he's doing a ball slam, and I'm doing jumping jacks with it.
Oh. You gonna join in the workout, Roach? Whew. Saw that little launch Mr. Vincent almost did. He's ready to sprint. I could tell. I just saw that Impact Archive, Kiddo's last run. Dude, that was so cool.
He was cooking it.
She was flying. Cameraman was flying too.
That was her finishing kick in cross country as well.
Nice.
Roach, you're a monster hitting 3 sets at once, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us mortals when you're able to knock that kind of work down. Nice. Nice. And what Mr. Burns is doing, there's two really good things to that. You can really core slam, engage the core while you're slamming, full body sort of stuff. And when he's just grabbing it quicker, like that's a hand-eye coordination drill as well. Just really like smoke it, but then be ready to like pow, 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 pow. Have that sort of repetition instead of the bring it back up to slam it down. You can just boom, boom, and grab it and just keep going. So there's two different things that you can do with that. And sometimes you can get them both down. But always watch your face and fingers.
Oh yeah. Whew. Got a little sweat building.
Yeah.
Just a little sweat.
Little CNC Music Factory.
Say again.
Little CNC Music Factory.
Stoking the flames. Furnace doing those furnace things. Three sets at once. Oh, unbroken sets for you, Roach. I got you. Penance for being late.
Penance for being late.
All right, bro.
If you insist. I'm still trying to see where Ari is at. If they just left the chat to go do 100 burpees and 100 Mike Tyson's. Nice work. Keeping the tension. Nice job mixing up the set. Uh-oh, you doing what I think? Are you doing what I think? Nice. Jennifer says I'm coming for you, boys. Set 4 down. Oh, it's over. It's over. Nice work, Jennifer. When is the official crunch day?
July 21st.
21st? Nice.
July 21. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you. Yeah. Nice job. Mr. Vincent getting knuckle push-ups, bodyweight squats, and jumping jacks. Giving us that anonymous Adonis perspective.
Anonymous Adonis. Yes.
I love summer. Hey guys, just wanted to stop by and say hi before I go back to sleep. Right
What's
on.
up? What's up? I love summer. Glad to have you. Please hit that thumbs up. Definitely appreciate that. Good athletes everywhere. X Roach says I'm gonna do 2 sets at once now because I gotta leave in 20 minutes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you. I love summer, and feel free to follow some of this back or do your own workout today. Would love to hear and see what you got going on. Something simple. There's something always on impact, and any form of exercise, any person that you follow or enjoy their stuff. Excellent. Love to see it. All right.
I love summer on YouTube says going to a park today, so I'll be running around. Right on. Is it your first time in the chat? I love summer, or sounds like it's not. Maybe the first time we got to meet. Jen, going in for sets 7 and 8.
Woo. Yeah, this is that moment where you overtake the lead.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I do believe I've seen I Love Summer a few times. So good to have you back, especially for people when we go this early. They said you're going to the park today, so be running around. All right. It's warm out there, so get hydrated before you go out. Take take some ice cold water for sure. Try to get one of those metal canisters because this heat with plastic drinking containers can be toxic to say the least. So just be careful. Sunscreen, shade, all that stuff.
Good morning.
Yep, I'm going to a water park, so I'll be cool. Plus, I'll have a metal water bottle. Nice. Nice. Excellent. Love to hear that. Good fun. Good fun.
You guys have a great walk.
Jennifer is trying to one up you. Jennifer's up one upping everyone. Nice.
You can't help
Excellent.
it, you know.
Yeah. Jennifer is the standard. I love summer. Do you do any exercises at home? You get to do anything like squats and push-ups? This is in spite of the dog. Now you're just flexing. Now you're just flexing. Yeah, yesterday I did a couple of sets of 15 squats. Excellent. Excellent. Whoop. Well, that's fantastic. Always get some amount of exercise in. Enjoy your stretching. Even if you have stairs in your house, just on purpose leave something upstairs. When you go downstairs, then you got to go back upstairs. I do that. Just taking from Mr. Burns 10,000 steps. I will leave my work clothes either upstairs or downstairs, depending on which one I have to, going to be at. So I purposely have to either go back up or come back down for it. So just little things like that, the extras. And when it clicks in your head, like this is work, this is extra, just extra bits. Every bit helps.
Yeah,
One of
it's e-
my fa-
it's easy if you have ADHD.
yeah, yeah.
Just, just leave.
Interesting theory. Yes, one of my favorite athletes. She climbs three flights of stairs every day, 3 times in her senior home.
Ah, yes, amazing athlete.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a fan of this athlete.
yeah, 3 times a day.
That's a lot. Okay, this is a great question from Roach on YouTube. Do you really need more steps after all that you do?
I'll let you take that, Mr.
Yeah,
Burns.
because uh, it's a different kind of workout. It's LISS, it's low intensity, steady state cardio. Walking has many benefits above and beyond just being a workout. Like it's great for your mind, but it's also great for your body. Uh, and I use it as an opportunity to stretch. Get the blood moving into all corners of the body, all pockets, and getting fresh air. Just so many reasons to hit that 10,000 step mark above and beyond, what you might consider doing a workout. Yes, yes, you did.
Yes, absolutely. I love summer. Absolutely. You leave it in other places. It's like when people purposely park further away from their job, like the building, so they get the extra walking. It's just extra steps. When you take the steps instead of the elevator, we again to our point with uh, one of my favorite athletes at 88 years old, taking steps instead of the elevator. X says, I mean, I walk to place every day, but like not intended as a workout, to be honest. Yeah. And sometimes, so if you have to walk, say, like a mile every day to your job or something like that, your body's gotten used to that. So doesn't mean that it's not exercise, but if you want something more and intentional, then you'd go for another walk, or you'd walk there and back, or walk a different route or something like that. Jennifer says that's completed. Nice. I'm going into 10 myself. And look at this. I mean, honestly, guys, we're still at like 30 minutes. So to see 3 to 4 different athletes doing this, different parts of the world, different stages, ages, abilities, this is possible. This creates like an average of time that it could take for people like us to get it done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. X is done too. Gonna leave now. X, thank you so much for jumping in, man. That is fantastic. Guys, and again, he doesn't have to be here, but he had 20 minutes to spare, 20, 30 minutes to spare, and knocked down 100 push-ups and 100 squats, and did it in spectacular fashion. So I'm gonna finish up my last set.
Nice job. Did you sneak one in on me, Mr. Vincent?
I don't believe I did.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I just had some exciting movements. Have a great day, Roach. Thank you for joining. And what we're doing here is the Impact Athletics Association YouTube channel's live 100 push-ups live. day 118. Mr. Vincent Alfonso Jamal, who has his own YouTube channel with philosophy, food reviews, product reviews, reactions, uh, original music and music videos, and more, uh, has been doing 100 push-ups plus for 118 days live on here, the Impact Athletics Association YouTube channel. Thank you for joining. Come get the full conversation over here.
Yes. I love summer says, bye, Roach. Lucas, how are you today?
Lucas in the house.
Lucas, where are you coming to us from? And do you enjoy
Edico.
performing exercise or just watching and supporting? Either way, welcome. You can subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome.
Subscriptions are free.
So take one, give one. It's a good gift to give somebody. And you don't want to be selfish. If your friend finds out you've been just hoarding this good content, they're going to be like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh. That's right.
I Love Summer says, I have a challenge for you, Mr. Vincent. I want you to try to complete 100 squats all in one, not like in one set, like not in parts. If you tune in, if I see you tune in, maybe for like the next like month, I will do that at the end of a month of solid subscription time and watch time from I Love Summer. So that is the reverse challenge. I will accept the challenge, but the challenge must be met. Oh. And it's been a while since I've done it, but it's doable. I believe I can do it. Okay, nice. Nice. We have a challenge. So I Love Summer. Mark this day. Mark one day. Give me the day that this is to be done. Yes. Nice job. There it is. There it is. All right, Jen.
Woo!
Yeah. So 1 month. If I Love Summer tunes in every day for 1 month, so you would have to do it on July 27th. Very doable. And I'm going to make sure that my daughter Aoife is here and she's going to do them with me. We'll get 2 for 1. Yes, if you tune in for a month straight, you will get myself and Aoife in the chat, in the
Nice.
live.
Oh, man. That was better than a cup of coffee.
That was a great wake up. Great wake up.
Yeah. Wake up, get the lather going.
Yes. Last time Aoife did 100 squats, her legs were extremely sore. So you do remember. Good. You've been tuning in.
What's up, Sebastian?
Sebastian. Yes. Sebastian, thank you for tuning in. I was just, that's crazy. I was just thinking about Sebastian.
Happy
Um,
Friday.
yes, that is awesome. Getting to connect with, with people. Says, hey, good morning. Hope you have a good workout. Wish I could work out just here at work though, but after work when we get it in. Nice. Excellent, man. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. And whenever you can get it in, that's the thing. We finished our 100 push-ups and 100 squats, 10 sets of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Burns did a ball smash with his. I did jumping jacks with mine. But even if you just did the push-ups or the squats, any one of those individually is still a great starting point.
Oh yeah.
So just make sure you guys are hydrating. Just make sure you are well rested, well fed, all that good stuff,
Indeed.
and uh, just yeah, just enjoying it as well. Find what you're going to enjoy doing, and it makes it less of a task. It,
That's the cheat
I
code right there. That's it. That's the cheat code.
yeah, I never, I
Workout.
always
Go
feel for people when they say they don't like going to the gym. It's like that's a voluntary part of your day.
Oh yeah.
um, Enjoy what it is that you get to do with your free time. It's like taking an elective in school that you don't want to take. Why take it? It's an elective. It's your class to choose. Pick what you want. So find what's going to work for you. This may not be it. It might just be hiking. It might, it could be just walking like Mr. Burns does on his channel and stretching. Could be a lot of things. Could be a lot of things. So find what it is that you're going to enjoy doing it because it is your free time. What's an elective? You get to elect to do it. Like you get to vote and say, this is what I want to do. So this is what I'm going to do. So again, with the exercises, burpees may not be for everybody, but something else might be Pilates, or just going for a walk, riding a bike. That's an elective. You get to elect what it is that you want to do.
Overhead press.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely overhead press.
that I enjoy doing, so I do it.
Yeah. And, there's sometimes there's going to be some things you may not enjoy as much, like a particular body part versus some other. But
Let's.
yeah, but you got to get some of that balance in as well. Morning, Mike. Make it with Mike. Make with Mike. Why do I say always make it with Mike? You would think I would know by now. I apologize, man.
Make with
I love
Mike.
Summer says I would vote for computer class.
Happy Friday.
Friday. What's up,
Friday.
Friday?
What's up?
I'll show you where that horse kicked me. Bee stung me on the back of the arm.
Get it.
Well, computer class is not a bad thing to have. Good knowledge there. Good knowledge there for sure. El
El.
Cazador, what is going on? How are you today? And where are you coming to us from? I love summer. Where are you coming to us from? What country are you in? Mike is in the East Coast, getting his stretching in, getting ready to embark on his. Love to see that. Mike is a steady regular and a great supporter of the channel. He shares the link to this live to other people as well, on his social media. Sebastian says, I love summer. Good morning. I love summer is in the UK. Nice. Any
Oh,
particular area? And how is summer in the UK? Jax, nice.
hey, Jax.
Jax is contemplating doing some lists to the local store and consuming a half gallon of chocolate milk. I believe I have to increase my calorie intake slightly after waking and feeling weaker. Perhaps it's all mental, but it feels this way. Sometimes the placebo works. Christina Cosa. Hello.
Christina in the house.
Hello. Christina Cosa in the house. Bang.
Jax, the chocolate milk will, half gallon of chocolate milk will give you more than just a few extra calories.
that,
Just
that was
saying.
that was my post workout drink was the chocolate milk. The what was it?
Live
The
like
three to
this.
yeah,
Half gallon.
the 3-to-1 carb ratio.
Woo.
Yes. It's very hard to explain the weather in your area. Is it sunny? Is it humid? What do you got? I know very little about UK weather. I hear it's rainy a lot. Oh, oh, 6.
1600. You're you're having 1600 calories?
That is a caloric load.
Wow. That's that's breakfast for me. Dang.
It stays between warm and hot.
Whew.
Understandable. Yeah, 1,600 calories. I've been loading up after the workouts. I will say, but it's sustaining me throughout the day. So I have my shake. I ran out of watermelon. So I got to create another shake this morning. I'm out of watermelon. I think I have some frozen berries, so I'll do that. And then I've been doing a very generous egg beaters omelet, onions and stuff like that,
Nice.
with 4 slices of Dave's bread toast.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm filling my coffers.
You're making me
And
hungry.
yeah,
Of course, I
but
would do it all the vegan version, but still
exactly,
sounds good.
exactly. And I think about that. I'm like, okay, what's the vegan Mr. Burns equivalent of this breakfast? But it sustains me so well throughout the day. Like I can go to work and I'm not hungry through almost the entire day because I'm really filling my tank versus, okay, I'm going to go into some sort of deficit or not eat as much.
Get that
Um,
slump, that afternoon slump, you know.
exactly.
That
Exactly.
you're fueling
Um,
your there.
Yeah, I could honestly eat that and then be okay the rest of the waking day. But I generally do have something on my like last break of the shift.
You know what I haven't seen around? It's a little bit of a left turn here, but the 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 skeeters are not around right now.
Some were just on my leg,
No.
enjoying my tasty, enjoying
No.
enjoying this tasty leg meats.
Oh no. All right. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's dry around here. What's up,
Jack
Dave?
says, oh yeah, Damien. Jack says yes. Then I will just do list to the point where I burn it off. It's a lot of walking for sure, but hey, why not? Boom,
Oh,
ipum, bom, trenar todos os días. Por si I remember Christina does not understand some of what we're saying, so we appreciate you still tuning in. Damien says,
good.
Churros press up
Every day.
done. One said doing hammer curls after some squats. Nice. We did the squats and push ups. We did 100. I love Summer says, here's how to find the perfect melon. Look for a watermelon with a yellow spot and a hollow knock sound.
Yep,
Okay.
that's what I
Look
do.
for one that's more oval and not round.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack says, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I will just be better with my meals today. Yesterday, I skipped a few meals because I was waiting to have a London broil. So perhaps that's why. Yeah. Yeah. You may have just thrown yourself off a little by not eating on this schedule you're probably used to. I love summer. That is great advice. I'm going to pass that on to Aoife. So when we go melon shopping,
Mm.
she helps when we hit the store first thing. We kind of separate. She goes gets the bags up the tomatoes, bags up the onions. I'll grab strawberries, blueberries, get the bananas. We hit the salad section.
Nice.
Yes, yep. And she's a whiz in the kitchen as well, being able to food prep. So cutting it up, getting it all set.
Oh,
And
not spoke too soon about the skeeters, huh?
oh, did they come for you?
No, but I see them coming at you.
Yeah, I love summer. And inside of the yellow spot, there should be this sort of spider webbing pattern. Okay, I like that. I like that. Good advice. This is why we're here. Strong advice from everybody. It's- I got one fly that is like infatuated with me right now. Jax, perhaps I do not have enough carbohydrates in my system, so my muscles are dehydrated.
Yeah, there you go.
That very well could be it.
Yeah. Saw a video with KRS-One. Said, uh,
Hydration?
no, he was talking about the youth must listen to the old, and the old must listen to the youth.
Ah, yes.
Yes, it's good stuff.
Yes. I believe KRS-One is vegan.
I mean, I think there's a lot more vegans than people realize, but
I I think some people are vegan and don't realize it in a lot of cases. Like, I'm just gonna eat clean, and presto.
well, like vegan is not a diet. It's a values principle
It,
stuff.
well,
But
if somebody eats vegan though, does that make them vegan, or does that just make them a clean eater?
it makes them, if they're only eating plants, but they're not ascribing to veganism, then they're just plant based diet people on a plant based diet.
Ah,
Yeah, because veganism is not about what you eat as much as reducing harm,
hmm,
do as little harm as possible. Yeah.
makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Well, I'm not vegan because I'm about to harm this fly if it doesn't leave me alone.
I am vegan, and I still kill things that bother me. Just the extreme version of it is Jainism, and that's where they won't dig holes in grounds because they don't want to harm the worms and stuff like that. That's a religion. Veganism's an ideal.
Okay, makes sense. Appreciate the lesson. Now we understand. Yes, I've been doing the push-ups on my knuckles. Sometimes probably hard to see from the light, but I have, there you go. You can see that little bruise right on the inside here. I have that on both knuckles because that's where I'm kind of pushing here. Mike is on his second set. And I love Summer says doing knuckle push-ups without proper form or overdoing them can lead to wrist pain and injury. Yeah, you gotta definitely be careful, be very sturdy when you're doing that. It's almost like if you had dumbbells instead of just putting your knuckles straight on the ground. So you want to have that straight wrist. And the thing that it emulates is a punch, a very straight, firm wrist, and then just being able to press here. So good advice. Jack says perhaps a few eggs will make me feel better. Absolutely. That was my evening snack yesterday. At work, I went over to the convenience store. They had some hard boiled eggs, and I grabbed a couple and had those. Mike is at 40. Nice job, Mike. But they can also help
There you
you
go.
get more stability and strengthen your wrist. Exactly. Absolutely. That would kind of like be like doing squats on your toes if you could.
Goodness.
You could do squats up on your tiptoes, you would probably get a little bit more balance, stability, and strengthening throughout the ankles and feet.
Mm.
I think that goes kind of into the yoga power pose. Ah, there we go. In the back. Nice. Nice. Look at that. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Gutsies.
You got preacher curls lined up? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, sir.
Nice. What do I eat for supper regularly? Um, it's hard because when I work later, I don't always eat as much at night. So at night, I might have like some nuts or something like that. So yesterday, my supper time was probably around like 6 o'clock, which I like. I don't like eating too much later. But again, I had those hard boiled eggs from the convenience store. I did have an apple in my bag, and I want to say I had some trail mix as well, but I didn't eat too much. My breakfast or lunch will be the bigger meals, but when I'm working, I don't like eating heavy at work, so I start the day off with a bigger meal because I know throughout the course of the day I'll be burning it off through motion. I don't want my biggest meal to be at the end of the day when I'm going to be at my most sedentary. So uh, when I'm walking around my job and things like that, and just being on my feet moving, I'm burning more.
Yeah.
And getting this exercise in with Mr. Burns in the morning, it sets your metabolism a little higher if I have this information right. So you burn at a higher caloric rate throughout the course of your day. Um, so that's just what I've come to understand, and never above learning something new if that's not the case. But I still like working out in the morning. What do you have? I love summer. I, if I'm not working, I do enjoy things like salads, and we'll do like a fun day as well, um, with pizza or things like that. But the precursor is always the salad. We'll have like a massive 2-course meal, a giant salad, and then a couple slices of pizza or something like that. It just depends. Perhaps you'll implement some toast. Yeah, I've been doing some toast as well. Where's my tail thing? I can't find my that strap. So I'm just going to use this shirt. Nice job, Mr. Burns. Doing those Conans. Look at that. Look at that midsection.
Yeah.
Good flexibility. Mike is at the third set at 55. Nice job. Mike, are you doing sets of like 15 or something? You're at 3 sets of 55.
Ooh. What?
That that math is, yeah, you've thrown me off with that math.
Pushing hard out there, Mike. Nice job.
Indeed. Indeed.
Nice job.
My first set was 30, my second was 10, and now I'm doing 15. Nice. That's kind of like the card deck workout where you just throw out the card and whatever lands is the amount of reps that you do.
Look at
Guys,
the.
if you have not checked out Mike's channel, that's a beautiful plate. Look at that thing. Look at that beauty. If you haven't checked out Mike's channel, check him out. Make with Mike. He's got some handyman stuff going on, a lot of really good stuff, good content to be able to check out. And Mike, I need to find out, I need to get the actual name to the Facebook channel. If you can leave that in the chat, so we can all check you out on Facebook. Mike says, Kings 20 jacks, 20 jacks 15, and deuces wild. Sometimes or jokers on depends or a double flip. I've never done the workout like that. I've seen it, and it seems like a lot. But you gotta go big. What are the queens? Queens are 15, jacks are 10. Got it. And you just go through the deck. Wow. Yeah, that's quite an incredible setup. You could probably do that with dice too. And if you flip a card that's less than 10, you have to flip a second one and add it until it becomes a total 10 or more. Oh, wow. Jennifer, have an amazing day. Thank you for joining once again and keeping us honest in pushing us towards that 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike used to go through the deck twice in military school. What is the jack good for? If you have to at least get 10 every time, what's the jack good for? That just seems like the standard 10, but I guess you don't, you have the, you'd at least know you're just doing 10. I think like a 2 would be worse because you just know like it's a futile amount of, energy that you're using that you're going to have to use towards something bigger the next set. That's like death by 1,000 cuts.
All right, y'all. It's my time as well. Jen, along with Jen,
All
had a
right.
blast. Keep it going. Keep it going. Get those likes going. Um, thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Everybody in the chat. Great
Enjoy your
workout.
day, sir.
We'll see you soon.
All right. Be well.
Peace.
Jack says, my conclusion for the reason behind weak feeling shortly upon my awakening is doing 200 push ups, not many pull ups, 200 crunches, all with inadequate carbohydrates, glycogen in my system. Possibly. Mike says some people change the numbers, depends on where you're at or who's doing it. Uh, I Love Summer asked if somebody's reading their mind or trolling them because you put emojis and then someone puts the same amount of the same emoji. That's hilarious. Mike says, if you flip a 2, you have to flip another card, and then you flip a 6 until you had to flip another card until it becomes 10 or more stacking. Understandable. I guess, yeah, I guess depending on where you're from or how people do it, you can always implement different rules for it. For sure, for sure. Edit, flip a 2, then you flip a 6. You have to flip another, and then you flip a jack. Now you have to add the jack to the 6 and the 2. So that would be 18. Wow. Flipping a 2 could lead to a really big number. Okay, so that's good because there's math in it as well. So it's a thinking thing, and under duress of exercise, I could easily see that being a thing. Absolutely. Jax, I think you're tuned into yourself, knowing that you have some deficits, and yeah, it sounds like you listen to yourself. Perhaps you'll invest in some yams and sweet potatoes. Mike says, yeah, that's a military school thing. I've heard of it from was it, maybe it was jail? Yeah, or jail, I imagine. Yeah, military school sounds tough. I Love Summer says, fam, who's actually doing that? I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of the emoji love come up as well. And hey, you know what? I don't want to overlook the fact that we were at 13 likes. So as a team, we hit the 10. Thank you, everyone. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Want to make sure that that's our standard, that 10 is the standard, just like the 100 reps is the standard. 10 likes should be our standard. We've got enough people, enough supporters that can definitely come through and hit the like. Mike says they took weights out of prisons in Florida and many other states, so they had to get creative with the calisthenics. I think that's better for you. Honestly, I mean, weightlifting is great, but yeah, calisthenics, and as long as you're in there, uh, I kind of feel like that should be a it should be a mandate that there is calisthenics that is mandated. Just like if they're going to put you in a shop and have you work, doing the proverbial license plate making or whatever it is, then exercise should be part of it. Because as we know, exercise is a good antidepressant. It's good for your health, things like that. So if we're really going to rehabilitate people, we got to do it in all areas. I will return the Quetzal coat, the feathered serpent. I will return like the feathered serpent. I've never heard that, but I like that. Mike says a lot of people that lift weights only won't do any workout unless there's weight, and that sucks if you're not around the weights. That means you're not motivated to work out. Yeah, yeah, it is good to do both. And if I had to pick one, I would take the calisthenics every time. Uh, I used to be heavy weightlifter, as in just go into the gym, gotta do this, gotta do that. And once I started doing things like push-ups, body squats, pull-ups, things like that, I mean, I still enjoy lifting heavy in the gym, or did, but I feel a lot more benefit than just being more muscular. I feel healthier. I feel lighter. I feel more agile, things like that. So I would pick that every time. Flexibility and capability of just your body. Um, yeah, that would be my recommendation. And I'm sure there's a lot of lists going on in prison yards where people are just um, walking the yard, and that's intentional. You can walk, stop, do your push-ups. Um, that's something for sure. Hey, Vegeta, how are you? I love Summer says I saw your old workouts and it's quite impressive, bro. Well, thank you, fam. Um, I I've been at this for a while and had some really amazing people that are willing to support and kind of follow these ideas that I have as far as the world being a gym. So we're outdoors doing things and doing a lot of different challenging things from different sports, and just being creative. So very impressive, from the aspect in my eyes of the people that were out there doing it. Because these were not, athletes or former athletes. I call everyone an athlete, but these were housewives, these were, fathers in my case, these were children. Um, and they came out and just really gave their all. And I'm extremely proud of all the people I've worked with. Some people flamed out really quickly because they weren't mentally ready for the kind of work that we were doing. And it didn't mean that we were better. It just mean that their mind wasn't there yet. I'd get a lot of guys that would, well, where are the weights at? It's like weights, you are the weight. We're gonna do this outside. I saw Miss Serena and Kiddo working hard out there, and now it's the IFA era. It is the IFA era is now. Make no mistake, IFA era is now, and what I want to build, impact into is something that IFA can carry into the future and pass on. It's like a family brand, and that is something that, you pass on those values the same way somebody would, with farming, with whatever your business is. You see people generations that are firefighters or military or doctors or things like that. Um, but we can all be athletes. So that's my thing. We can all definitely pass this on, and good health and fitness is something to pass on. I'm trying to think who, Miss Serena. I'll have to look back. We've had so many good people. Oh, Miss Serene. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is what we're building for. Is to be able to pass that on and take that over. Build something up to where when I'm not doing it, that's something IFA can do or Kiddo, uh, wants to do. Start training people under the Impact name, and hopefully it's something that's built up that there's people around the world that will already follow. And people love IFA already. So they like to see when she pops on. So that's something to also, kind of build in and, build up as well. Absolutely. Mike, how are you doing? What set are you on? I know you're kind of on the card deck thing, just kind of off and on. Vegeta, how are you today? Vegeta is in India. Mike is in Florida. And I'm sure Mr. Burns is going to be on his walk soon. Has anybody joined Mr. Burns on his walk? A lot of times I tune in and kind of have it on as in the background, as kind of like if you'd listen to a podcast or an audiobook. I don't always get to chat, especially on days where I have to work. Once I'm done here, then I got to start jumping in and getting ready. 70 now. Nice, Mike. We will see you through to 100. Nice job. And Mike is a great example of just getting up and grinding it out. A lot of times Mike has to work or he's doing things in between. So he's getting that done. Jennifer is another great example of that as well. Um, you can kind of source it out over the course of a day if you need to. I do believe that some is better than none, and it doesn't always have to be done in just like one sitting. It's kind of like a campfire, I guess. If you think of it, you don't give it like one big log just to burn hot, then die out. You can also feed it twigs to keep it burning. And a lot of that movement throughout the course of your day is going to be just what you do on a regular basis throughout your day. Oh, Mike is at 100, just knocked it out. Nice job. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. I love summer. I told my mates about this channel and they subscribed and are inspired to start working out for their own health and fitness. We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. Um, I think we got a good thing going on here. I really do. So the more the merrier, because again, health and fitness is something that we got to really share with people. We're in a world where there's a lot of overeating. There's high levels of childhood obesity, high levels of childhood pre-diabetes, high levels of children getting earlier risks of cancer. So you definitely want to make sure that give these kids a chance, give them an absolute chance to succeed when it comes to that. Because a lot of times we're willing to give kids food and feed them things that aren't good for them, and yet here we are wondering why these kids are so soft, why they're uninspired to do things. We're not feeding them good fuel to actually get up and go do something. Mike says sugar, etc., candy, feed sodas, absolutely. And how much like they bombard them with so much stuff. You know, used to I can remember like Doritos was a thing and it was a huge deal like when Cool Ranch flavor came out. Now you have like 20, 30 different types of chips with all these different flavorings, and all those flavorings are scientifically uh, manufactured to be addictive. Did you know that cola can be used to clean a car motor? Yeah, yeah, I did. And that's a crazy and scary thought that people are drinking that. But I've done it too. That's the thing. Like I know better, so we do better, and you teach better when it comes to that. Emotionally deprived is another thing I believe food does. If you eat crap, you will definitely feel like it. Absolutely. Yes. Yep. Agree 100%. I agree 100% that yes, you will definitely have an effect on how you think, and especially if you know people can look at their bodies and know this is not how I should look. People can look at themselves and know this is not how I should feel. and that can be a depressive thing right off the bat. And I hate it for kids. I hate it for kids because it's a form of child abuse that nobody's willing to admit to. And when we let our kids get, sorely out of shape or out of place, mentally, physically, all of that stuff, spiritually, it's a form of child abuse. It's our job to raise them right. If adults want to blow themselves out, let them do that. I guess that's their right, but don't do that to kids. Give them a chance to have a healthy future. At every register right now, that's all you see in the candy and sodas. I wish they would change that. Absolutely. Candy bar flavored cereals, yes, and creamers, it's crazy. And Coca-Cola and vending machine flavors. Yep. I love summer. You are what you eat. Yep. Mike says, other than the sugar, the corn syrup, and the folic acid are very deadly. Exactly. Exactly. And the thing is, especially in our country, it seems to be allowed. Other countries, they ban a lot of these things. They say there's no way we're allowing our people, not just our children, but our people to eat those things. And it drives me nuts that that's what we have here because we're kind of trapped in a lot of these areas where we don't get the chance to pick better. Legislation and capitalism allow that, and I don't even want this to be that kind of rant, but it burns me up knowing that kids don't have a good opportunity. They're just too bombarded. And you're right. Now they're making flavors of everything. Kids can't make correct decisions for themselves. They depend on us adults and the government. Right. And the other part is they don't even have the buying power. So a lot of these parents are intentionally just giving these kids what the kids ask for. They should know better that the kids don't know better what's in these things. We just give it to them to, lazy parenting. They'll give it to them to shut them up or to appease them, and that's what's making them soft as well. Make it ever watch a kid. I made my kids peel their own orange. Like you're gonna work for that, or open your own banana. Like you have to work for those things. In some countries, food dyes that are allowed are banned. Yep, absolutely. And I think they're just getting around to like banning the whatever that was in Skittles, red number 5 or something like that, which is crazy that Skittles have been around forever and we've been consuming them. Red 40. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to pause this real quick, or not pause, but mute this while I blend. I do enjoy Skittles too and grew up on them. And that's the sad part about it is like they've created a bunch of addicts when it comes to that. So we are very used to some of these things. Yes, yummy smoothie for sure. My frozen fruit wasn't cutting up, so I got to start this again. This is just not blending. It's not being cooperative. Yes, I just did consume some toast with seed oils and sunflower. Got to find a good brand. I like the Dave's brand of bread. Mike says one thing that makes the orange easy to peel, I've learned here in Florida, is rolling it onto a surface around with your hand, pushing down while rolling it flat on the surface peels like butter. Nice. Good, good tip. Um, but just allowing kids have the ability to do things for themselves, and have something healthy in which to do it. We do no favors to buy them bags of terrible chips and snacks, and then open it for them. We just there's no work ethic, and to that point, we got to stop calling it a snack. A snack is a fruit or vegetable. So you should have your meals and then you should have snacks of fruits or vegetables. What kids are getting in the form of candies and chips and all that, those are treats. And because we conflate the two, um, people think, oh, well, they got their couple snacks in. No, you gave them a bunch of treats, and that's again why a lot of these kids are in the state that they're in. And I'm not picking on the kids. It's not the kids' fault. I hold parents squarely accountable. Mike says McDonald's and several fast food places, example French fries, test positive for magnesium and nickel and iron. That's insane. That is insane. It's criminal. It's absolutely criminal. I love summer. Just a recommendation for meals that aren't too filling, but aren't just nuts. Is the Factor meals. They are dietitian approved, and they come in different meals with controlled portion size. Is that something prepackaged? Because at that point, watch what the preservatives are for something like that. For sure, great to have things like that, but if you want something truly dietitian approved, controlled portion size, an apple is portion size controlled. Banana is portion size controlled. So you have things that are even better. I'm not knocking what people are choosing to have better. So if you were going from fast food to something like what I Love Summer's talking about, cool. But continue to want to progress and find better. Jack says a lot of progress. There's a lot of progress that way. Oh, I'm hungry. We'll go get food. I'm thirsty. Okay, get a drink. They become reliant on their parents at even 10 years old. Absolutely. For small tasks, exactly. Exactly. And that's just weakening the fiber of your society when you have weak children, weak-minded children. It's no wonder we have a lot of the depressive things that are happening. And again, this is not a knock on people suffering with something or been diagnosed. It's on us. It's the generation before us. We've allowed it. Yeah, to give kids choices, but to make all the choices poisonous. There's a, is there a trick that they do? Yeah, it's like, do you want to be bit by a rattlesnake or a cobra? It's all bad. Yes, it's a physical impulse to eat, and a lot of times we just have that impulse because it grows the tolerance. We have to give our body a chance to fast and then earn the next meal. Yes. Yep. Versus indulgence. Yep. And as long as you get to sit around and get into that habit, then that's the problem. And a lot of times people don't realize when you're hungry, a lot of times you're actually more thirsty than hungry. So you have something to drink first. Get a nice big glass of water, let that water kind of push down, weight the stomach, fill up that trigger that full feeling. And if nothing else, if you do eat after, at least you put some water for better digestion throughout the process for the food that you have. Explains why you get sleepy after eating a full meal. Yeah, and we call it the itis. Oh, I got the itis. No, you've eaten yourself into a terrible space. And if you've eaten greasy food, your blood becomes lipemic. So that's like sugar in your gas tank. It's bad. I love Summer says, is it bad for someone to eat more even when they are underweight and have a diagnosed condition, or should they just eat the same? Well, if you're going to eat more, yeah, people can eat more to gain weight. What's up, Kurt? Have a good day. But again, it should be sound nutrition, especially if you're underweight. If you're trying to gain weight, like diagnosed that way, you better be on like some sort of nutrient rich sort of intake. Mike says, well, if you can control your temptations for food, it will help you control temptations in other areas that will impulsively act on it. I recommend you put a note on your refrigerator that says you're bored. Nice. I like that. Yeah, if you one habit will feed another. And when people it's a spiral. Portion control is mentally and physically better for us. Yes. I've taught my daughter, don't eat till you're full, eat till you are satiated, eat till you're satisfied. Where there's that point where you're like, okay, I feel good now. But when you keep just shoveling it in, and then there's that point where you're like, oh, I don't feel good. And that's where people are, passing out. Yeah, your friend has a condition, and I wanted to ask from someone who eats healthy. Look, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not their doctor, so I couldn't say specifically, but I would definitely think that if you are diagnosed with being underweight like that, that's a pretty alarming diagnosis for a doctor to have to make. So I would think that a nutritionist would be in play when it comes to that. So that's the person that should really be able to say, like, this is what we're going to give you, some denser meals, or you're going to eat a little bit higher calorie, things like that. But a lot of times people's genetics are just that way, and you burn through it like really quickly. So um, it is just that way sometimes, but that would be something that, yeah, you definitely got to listen to a professional on. I'm gonna try to blend this again. It's still not blending for me. We got it. We have shake, smoothie blend. Oh, it is thick too. Oh, and it's extra cold because it was frozen. Mike says, Amber, a lot of the chemically processed foods by design makes it more addicting to eat. Absolutely. So it's hard to stop drinking soda to someone who's trying because of addictive chemicals. Yep. I'm going to head out because I'm getting ready for breakfast. I love summer. We have enjoyed having you. Thank you so much for being part of the chat and all of your insight. We look forward to seeing you soon and enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Mike, Mike says, and like the video. Yes. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's free. And tell your friends. Have a good day, fam. Um, Mike, yeah, you're absolutely right. Not only is it the what they're eating, but it's they're genetically engineering the sound on these commercials. That crunch, all of those things, it sells. It's like ASMR to again trigger that thought. I like that. Same way, the color schemes, all that stuff. It's so crazy that this is how far that they will go to sell us these terrible things. Bye, bye, love summer. Cheers. It's crazy. It's criminal. We should have never been allowed to consume these sort of things. If another country was doing it, we would we would run them down as a society. Oh, look at that country. They do this, this, and that. And the old saying, when you point one finger, three point back. Absolutely. Oh, where are we at? We are approaching. Hey, we're approaching 90 minutes. I'm always amazed how quickly this time goes by. Because it didn't feel like 90 minutes, but we've really managed to knock it down. So I'm going to jump off because it allows you guys to not feel stretched being here or jumping off or things like that. So, Mike, I appreciate you as always. And we will be back at it. Doing the evening stuff has been harder. So I just haven't been doing it. But when I have some days off, I'll be able to do that, maybe do some evening stuff. And because I work, my place is 7 days a week. It doesn't guarantee weekends are any better. So we'll make the best of it. But we still get to meet up every morning and get this done in a good amount of time, and then just hang out with people I like to call friends and supporters. So I'm going to leave it at that, and hopefully this finds everybody in your journey of health and fitness. Subscriptions to the channel are free. Hey, what's up, Costa? We're getting ready to jump off. We just finished up. We did the 100 push-ups and 100 squats. I did jumping jacks with mine. So if you haven't done a workout today, feel free to play this back, day 118, and you'll see what we did. You can follow along, and you don't have to do all 10 push-ups or all 10 squats. If you can do 5 push-ups and 7 squats, do that. If you can do 3 squats and 2 push-ups, do that. Just do what you can. No, he came today, but he was done. We finished pretty early on, and he left about 30 minutes ago. So you definitely have the opportunity to play this back when the live is over. And if you want to get something in, that would be awesome. But we've been having a really good chat and just enjoying being able to, talk with each other. Just back after home after the gym sesh. Nice. What'd you do in the gym? What did you have going on in the gym today, Costume? Train back, biceps, and some forearms. That's a solid day, and I like that you're you're pairing. You're pairing your back with your biceps. Generally, when you pull, that's that bicep exercise. If you're doing chest, you do the tricep exercises. And forearms is always a good one. Wrist curls, all that good stuff. Are you doing pull-ups? Can you do whole pull-ups? Are you, or are you just using the lat pull-down machines? Like, what kind of back stuff are you doing? Pull-ups and pull down both. Nice, nice. Custom, have you tried the 100-second hang where you just grab the bar and just hold for 100 seconds? What's up, Eddie in Chicago? How are you? Where have you been? Custom did 11 reps with an extra 15 kilograms. Nice, nice. The weighted pull-ups. Nice. The 100-second hang is something I just did the other day. It's on one of the short videos. Eddie from Chicago was here for just a second. Hopefully you're doing all right, Eddie. I can do near 2 minutes hang. Nice. Hey, whatever your body weight is, your body weight. Um, if somebody weighs more, then maybe they should have a better grip. I mean, it is what it is, but that's fantastic, man. I just did. I did that minute for the first time in quite some time, and it felt good. It was harder because it was a smaller bar. Uh, Normally, when I go to the park, it's a bigger bar where I can kind of just false grip over it, really get my whole hand involved. But it felt good to be able to do, and it feels good on the back as well. Good spinal health helps align and allows blood to get in between the vertebrae. How old are you again, Costume? 100. You're 100 to 155 pounds. 20 in a few months. Dude, you are right on. You're right on. All that bulking up and stuff like that, I wouldn't worry about it. Get super strong at 150, 55 pounds because by the time you're about 20 to 25, 25, you're going to probably put on another 5 or 10 pounds if you're just eating and being active and you're just growing at a normal rate. And then you're going to be strong always at your weight. But if you put on too much weight too soon, a lot of times if you can't maintain that for long periods of time, then you just have weight on your body. It's not necessarily good. You're built the way you are for a reason. So do those pull-ups, do those push-ups, those squats, like, implement some weightlifting as well and things, but going out of your way just to throw on extra weight is my point. I was your age, about that same weight, and I'm about 185. And this is like my sitting weight, but I've always been strong for this weight because I wasn't trying to pack on something for to be something that I wasn't naturally built for. I just allowed whatever my frame was to be what my frame was. So that would be my advice. I see so many people trying to bulk up and add on. Just get super strong with what you have. Being able to do those pull-ups and stuff like that. I'd rather be able to do it than look like I can. And a lot of these guys that bulk up look like they can do some things, but they can't do quite the same amount. So I would move like a hero, superhero instead, just look like one. No knock, no diss on your goals. But my my real life experience, and I've been around guys who are my same size at young ages and they wanted to bulk up. They did all that stuff to get bigger. And then there was a point where they weren't doing it at the same intensity and they just had a bunch of extra weight that they couldn't get rid of. So long term, by the time you're like 30, 40, 50, and you're still slimmer, lean muscle, and you're able to be super able and flexible and agile, how much weight is good for 5'10"? Um, that's what I'm at. I like my 5'10", 180, 185. And a lot of it's going to be how do you feel? Um, and what are your goals? Like, what does the bulking up mean? Like, what, what is it for? Are you in sports? Are you a contracted athlete? Are you having to do this for a specific reason or just for the sake of bulking up? Because if there's not a goal to it, then sometimes it can just go in many different directions. Have like goals, time frames that you want to achieve things. But honestly, I think I would say that's a jump. I was thinking of a big bulk to 180. I don't know, man. It's your health, it's your life. I just think that when you uh, when you do that, you're accelerating what your natural growth curve is. And even if you do it slow over the course of a couple years, hopefully you can maintain it. Maybe there's a better science that you know of, but natural growth, I think, is really what allows our muscles, our joints, tendons, things like that, without packing on too much weight or putting them under too much stress. I think that's the best way to go for your long term. But I also understand at 20, I wasn't thinking about being 30 or 40 or 50 or 60. So I completely get it. Uh, Pardon. Yeah, definitely go slowly, but um, that's just my thought. Is grow at the rate you were meant to. And there's something to be said about being super strong, even if you're smaller. Anytime, anytime. Um, because at 150, I was benching 225. Um, I was fast, and then I maintained that, but I was stronger and a lot of guys um, that were much bigger than me. They used to get frustrated that I could lift and outrun them and things like that. And maybe it's just me, but I liked being smaller. I felt lighter. I felt more capable. Things like that. My friends that were bulking up, yeah, they might have been able to lift a little bit more at times, but they couldn't do pull-ups. They couldn't like do things like hop fences, or they just weren't as agile. Uh, I'm guessing that says how long should I take for 30 pounds? As long as 30 pounds takes. My current goal is 1.5 to 2 pounds weight gain per month. That's not unreasonable. It's not unreasonable at all. If you have a game plan, that's great. Damien says he did 4 sets, 1 hour upper body, core tight building up dips, chin ups, right forearms, albeit a bit tight left seps, loosen up slowly. Yeah. Take your time to cool down, stretch. In costume, if you got a game plan, just adhere to it, go with it. I took a much more I guess long route to get to 180, but I know it serves me extremely well. There's not a point outside of like a health issue that I feel overweight or out of sorts. But I've seen a lot of people go that bulking up, and it seems more like a just a term now, a catchphrase. I got to bulk up, got to bulk up. But if you've studied it and you know what's going to work for you, go for it. But I'm always of just be you. Just if you are thinner, lighter, but you are super strong, people will take notice. Damien, that sounds like a great workout. Doo-doo-doo. All right, I got my shake in, and at some point, I'm gonna make some food as well. And this is my simple protein. It's not a plug or an advertisement or anything, just in case anybody's wondering. And I use some frozen mixed berries. What did I have? Cherry blend, strawberries, blueberries, pitted dark sweet cherries, and pitted red tart cherries. Do I track calories and protein? No, no. Uh, there was a time where I was definitely more about like the numbers and making it a science, things like that. But no, um, I kind of have an idea of what what does and doesn't work for me, and so I don't put that much into it because I don't want it to turn into something I don't enjoy. And I enjoy having food that's not always the best for me, but I also enjoy being up 118 days and exercising. And it goes way back further than that. So everybody's going to have a different balance. And so some people probably shouldn't have the cheat meal because they mentally have to get themselves out of the idea that I got to stop eating this way. Whereas other people understand like this is a once a week thing or once in a while thing. So no, I don't track it. I look at stuff and I'll eat within reason. It comes down to what you're eating, how much, and how often, and I can at least have a little bit of fun with my food and enjoy some things, but I'm not going to make that the staple of how I eat. Yeah, we do this every morning, Costa. I think you're coming a little bit on the tail end, but we start 5:15 Mountain Standard Time in America. So if you're able to join maybe about an hour earlier. Matter of fact, if you go to the gym you can join us instead of going to the gym because we'll do the 100 push-ups and 100 squats. So depends just how you feel on doing it, but we'd like to have you. So if you want to check it out for sure. And I think you've subscribed to the channel. So that's awesome. And we appreciate your support. I appreciate you giving me your thoughts and asking my opinion. It's not professional advice, but I will always share my thoughts and my experiences. So we got a good chat today. All right, Costa, you have an amazing day. Damien, you have an amazing day as well. And everybody else in the chat, I appreciate you being here. So, guys, he said, of course, I subbed and liked too. Awesome. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to hop off. It's been a great morning, and we will see you tomorrow. So, as always, subscriptions are free. Take one, give one, tell your friends about it. Have a great day, you as well, Costume. And I hope this finds everybody on your journey of health and fitness. So, like we like to say here, HWPO, hard work pays off, and this is Impact Athletics Association.